Our next speaker is Kaleb Erickson with his speech entitled Finding Your Passion.
Thank you. 150 years ago, Charles Dickens wrote a book, and his opening lines encapsulate what our high school years have been. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Fix this. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. We had everything before us, we had nothing before us. So I know what we're all feeling here tonight. Joy for what we've accomplished, and some that we just barely made it here by the skin of our teeth. But this year, there are many reasons to be worried about the future. We are entering college and the workforce during one of the worst economic conditions in our lifetimes, and probably the lifetimes of our parents as well. And I'm sure we've all gotten lots of sage advice from school counselors, teachers, parents about what we should do after high school. And getting this unwanted advice comes hand in hand with graduation. So, let me give you mine as well. Don't limit your opportunities. Broaden your horizons. Experience life to its fullest. New experiences open your mind and your heart and let you find the things that truly bring you joy. By expanding your horizons, you will have an opportunity to learn lessons that you never would have dreamed of and discover your true passions. If I could wish one thing for every graduate here tonight, it would be for you to find your true passion and to follow it. Once you find your passion, the next goal is to find a way to get paid to follow it. And I know you're thinking, that's impossible. Only lucky people get paid to do what they enjoy. But I feel that luck plays a much smaller role than you might think. It reminds me of Super Mario Brothers, when you have to jump from platform to platform. And you might think it's just blind luck whether you make it, but luck is kind of like that. You just pay attention, you seize the opportunity at the right moment, you make the leap, and you'll be lucky. You'll land on the platform, you'll find the job that will pay you for your passion. Now, for anyone who's ever had Mrs. Uri as a teacher, I like that balloon, you know that Mrs. Uri loves poetry. So, for you, Mrs. Uri, here's a quote from Maya Angelou. The mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. I'd like to share some examples of members of our class who I've witnessed thriving in their high school career with these traits. Now, if you have ever had a class with Annie Slotnick, then you have met a person with undying passion. She demonstrates this with her enthusiasm for school activities, planning senior events, each week's episode of Glee, and for throwing possibly the best senior prom that this school has ever seen. Or, talking about passion, let's look at Michael Bova and his talent on the drums. Anyone who witnessed his drop-in performance at the Winter Pep Rally last year recognizes the immense joy that he finds in music. Following passion is compassion. Few people I know exhibit more compassion than Angela Opiniobat. Besides being a genuinely nice person, Angela is a part of every service-oriented club at this school. If she isn't in charge of a service project, then she's there ready to support it. When I think of compassion, I also think of a young man in our class who has a 4.0 GPA, is a star athlete, and is honored countywide. But these are not the things that he will be remembered for. Frankie Fleming will long be remembered because he was kind to everybody. There are a few people here tonight who have not been touched by Frankie Fleming's compassion in some way. Now, not every person is a stand-up comedian, but we all know someone in at least one of our classes that can, in a quiet moment, bring down the house with a perfectly timed comment. Gautam Krish is what I call low-key hilarious. It's my boy. Everyday conversations become comedic events when Belinda Koo would break out her pitch-perfect British accent. It's fantastic. Sometimes humor was what got us through the rough spots and saw us through to a brighter day. Now, there's one thing I learned in my Gov and Econ class this year. It was from my boy JD and my girl Kay Jones, that you always gotta have swag. Now envision a silver vest, sparkly gold bow tie, some black and gold high-top Nikes, and a black suit with white trim. On anyone else would look ridiculous. But at senior night, Nathan Matthew pulled it off with style. When we think of style, usually we only think of how a person dresses. but style is also found in how a person presents himself. When I think of style, I also think of Sam Capaldi, Natalia Petticourt, and Kelly Torres, and others who took a 25-hour vow of silence to support the Invisible Children cause. Now it is up to each of us to make our lives filled with passion, compassion, humor, and style, and we've only just begun. Ariana Gorman will now sing "Been Here All Along."